Hey, what is going on, guys? Today I'm going to be playing MX vs. ATV Alive, and this game, in my opinion, is one of the biggest dumps that has ever been taken on my childhood. This is worse than my parents divorcing, let me tell you. Anyways, we're going to jump into this, and we got the Blaze MX125. If anybody's familiar with dirt bikes, they'll know that Blaze is a really popular brand. That's what Ricky Carmichael races. He races a Blaze, and we got the Takashi. It kind of looks like a fucking dodo bird. Some other options here. We got a Blaze, we got a Takashi, we got a Blaze, we got a Takashi, we got a Blaze, and we got a Takashi. So lots of variety here. Lots of different models to choose from. And there is, as you can see, there is dirt bikes and there is four-wheelers. It's expected because none of the previous MX Unleashed games had any other form of transportation besides MXs and dirt bikes. You know, the one in 2003 had monster trucks, biplanes, helicopters, dune buggies, and trophy trucks. But you know, no one really used those, and no one had fun with those. So they decided we're just gonna cut all that out. We're just gonna use dirt bikes and four wheelers. So yeah, it's pretty nice. There's lots of customization you can do. You can put pro taper handlebars on it, which do nothing. Yeah, it's pretty sweet. You can put a rental twin wall on there, which is really cool. They do nothing. Customization is endless. You can select from these pro riders that no one's ever heard of. Is James Stewart not on here? Do I have to buy him as a DLC? Okay, so James Stewart isn't on here, even though he was in the intro.
That's right.
Anyways, we're going to dive into single player. I'm going to do a little free ride at the oh-so-spooky Devil's Playground. And there's lots of options here for free ride, too. You have Devil's Playground and the Bryn Carrig Quarry, which looks like a still frame from PlayStation 2's exclusive game, Call of Duty Big Red One. Look at the textures, they just really pop. It really gives you that feeling of realism. I didn't buy this game. It was free on the Xbox Live Marketplace.
That's right.
So graphically, we can see that we've stepped back about 5 years. This is a new thing THQ is trying. It's called retro gaming. They want to give you the look and feel of a 8-year-old game with the mechanics of a Amish buggy. Okay, rider reflex, as you can see, you can move the bike 1 inch east and west. Pretty versatile. As you can see, you can shrug your shoulders, so that's going to give you the edge when you're riding. They really took the reflex feature to a new level with this game. Okay, let's see. We got the clutch held. This is a 2-stroke 125 dirt bike, and it's gonna rip. Watch this shit. You can see it took off about 300 miles an hour. It's a real powerhouse. It's a pull start steel engine. The wheelies are really stiff and solid and unnatural, which is the way I like them, because I hate it when I'm playing a game and it feels realistic. This is a great feature I want to show you. It's a very common ailment when you're riding a 2-stroke 125 dirt bike, getting up a slightly large hill. So we'll just fucking floor it and lean forward, and you can see just tiptoes up the hill like a true American badass. It's great. I'm unsure of what just happened. I think that the rider has broken his spine. And the tricks are great too. One thing I really liked about Reflex was the fact that you hold the right bumper and wildly flail the right stick around in order to do tricks, because if there's one thing I hated about the old MX games was you had to use the button and the D-pad to select your tricks, which was annoying because they were always precise, and you could always get the trick you wanted. If you wanted to do a knack-knack, it was Y and left. But on this game, it's so much more exciting because you never know what you're going to get. It's like Forrest Gump. You up, right B, left, you're going to do a no-hander, you're going to do a Cordova, and you're going to eat shit. So it's great that they added this feature, because that's what I really hated about the old games, was its predictability. So with this new feature, it's great. You can really You can really tell what the fuck's going on. This free world is really great. Montauk Plains from MX Unleashed 1 just has nothing on this place. It's really really diverse. There's no AI riders riding around. There's seagulls. There's sand. Another thing that really sucked about MX Reflex was the fact that you tore the ground up when you rode. Dry sand and a two-stroke dirt bike just don't mix, and that's pretty realistic what they did there. How you leave hardly any trace of riding there. Just a little bump in the sand, like you just drug your cooler through it. So that's really nice. Hydroplane feature is really realistic, and it's great because every single freeride map has gigantic pools of water which can sink your bike. Which I said, finally, I'm glad they finally put a bunch of sinkholes in this game, because one thing I hate about exploring is exploring. It's fucking bullshit, you know. It sucked because on the original MX Unleashed, if you reach the end of the map after climbing the gigantic mountain, you would get blown back and ragdoll all across the game, and it was really funny and really unique. But with this, they just surrounded you with a bunch of shitty water. It's really immersive, and as you can see, too deep.
Let's ride.
We'll try some donuts, and as you can see, doing some donuts here, spinning donuts. They work flawlessly just about. Now this is exactly how I do wheelies when I'm riding my dirt bike. I put my foot down and fuck the seat of the bike. So we will do some more exploring here before I fucking hang myself. Keep on going around this really exciting environment as the bike does its own fucking thing and just starts fishtailing all over the place. Yes, they are charging $30 for this re-release on Next Gen. They basically called it MX vs. ATV Supercross, even though there's Nationals and Freeride, and then they sold it for, I think it's like $30, it might be $40. My friend got a real boner over it. He's like, oh man, it's only $30. Yeah, there's a reason it's $30. THQ is tanking right now, and if they keep making shit like this, then I really don't think there's going to be another MX Unleashed. As you can see, I'm going about 50 miles an hour here, and this... You can tell that the creators of this game have a lot of experience on motorcycles, because this looks exactly like I'm riding a real motorcycle here. When I ride mine and I'm doing a turn at really high speeds, I lean away from the turn and I dangle my little footy on the ground. I do this weird little pissing dog motion.
Let's ride.
So we're going to try this trick system and see how effective it is. And don't get me wrong, I hated this in Reflex too. And I also hate the stupid crash reflex thing. It's dumb. It doesn't actually require any reflexes, because the animation will stay on your screen for about 2 seconds until you crash. We're going to hold right bumper and push up on the right stick. And he waved to his homeboys. Nope, he just does he just gives up on life and just kills himself. What the fuck, man? Indian Air, wow, that was pretty consistent. Really worked the first time I tried it too. But yeah, let's do some whips too, because in the intro for this game,
let's ride.
The rider does a really cool whip. So let's try a world famous whip with the new and improved reflex system, as they've claimed in interviews. New and improved. So look at that. That looked natural. And that's a pretty wacky little feature too. I know my mom got a kick out of it. Whenever you crash, it's pretty silly. It's pretty goofy. Your bike hits the imaginary cameraman. Now, another nice thing about this game is the inconsistent jumps and landings. So if you're just out cruising along and you, I'm not even touching the stick right now. That was not doing that. If you're out riding and you hit a jump, there's probably not going to be a landing. Which is really nice, because from my experience, it adds a certain level of spice to the game and variety and unpredictability. So we'll just hit this jump and we'll see where we land. As you can see, the horizon is like 3 pixels. So you can see we land right into the face of another jump. The jumps aren't very big, which is great, because one of the things that's annoying about MX Unleashed is they have all these big jumps that you can hit and do really cool tricks off of and all this stuff. So it's nice that they don't have any big jumps, because those are pretty intimidating for a unexperienced player like me. And as you can see, I just dislocated both my rotator cuffs that I wouldn't really get a whole lot of air. There, as you can see again, breaking both my rotator cuffs. This guy's really taking it like a champ. And there I broke my lower spine, and my vertebrae are compressed right now. As you can see, he also sits on this bike like a little kid on a bicycle. Really just looks really unproportioned and small compared to him. It looks like he's riding around on a fucking BMX bike. Let's just stop and take a look at the bike here. As you can see, there's the plastics look really good. It's a minimalist thing, really. That's pretty much what it is. As you can see, there's another look at that great reflex system. Really lean that sucker over. Ten out of 10.
Let's ride.